Okay. That issue is taken care of.
The third biggest sugar producer on this one.
Okay.
That made 10 gallons.
Now,
That much?
That's what he told DJ.
I ain't done yet.
another thing, everybody here,
Third.
we all have friends, we do need alternates. We don't have any. We need them.
We have
So-
one, right? We have one.
Who?
Yeah.
Ed is the alternate.
And
We
what do
need
we-
one, but we still need another alternate. Ed might not be
I
here.
think we have
Actually-
up to
5, isn't it?
5 alternates, I want to say.
Yes, 5.
Capacity.
That's our capacity. So we should try to at least, if anyone knows anyone that's willing to donate some time, I'm gonna talk to that gentleman there.
I'll be talking to him Thursday.
Well, talk to him. Tell him what it's all about, because I think that's what he wants to know.
Tell him how much fun it is. It'll be good for his business, he'll get to know people.
Yep. And to be able to say I'm on the planning board in Brookfield, it's a feather in his cap.
Oh, yeah. That opens so many doors.
Yes, sir.
Am I supposed to get reappointed?
Every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
No, I mean,
Has it been 3
as
years?
far as tonight, he was appointed to replace you until you were sworn in. I didn't hear that he was taken off of the appointment.
Rob was me until we both got sworn
It's a
in.
minor issue, but.
I think George got when.
He noted the time down.
Yes.
Okay.
Rob filled in for himself.
Okay, well, anyway, that's really something, if everybody here, anyone here knows anyone, it'd be a good thing to see if you can interest anybody out there that might.
How much longer do we have Ed roped in for already? George, how long is Ed?
2014.
Yep.
How long is he roped in for?
Well, you got roped in a month ago.
I'm sad to see.
Okay, conditional use application, I'll tell you what,
I really appreciate it.
I don't really want to,
Taking a break, I guess.
off the record, not off the record, but casually, how does everyone feel about working on that this evening? I mean, I can say we're going to work on it or we're not going to work on it, but
I kind of forgot about it. I was focusing on officer elections and
yeah, I need to really sit down and review it a little bit better. We can look at it and talk about it for a little while. It's 7:30.
If you think you need some more time to catch up as chair, I would be willing to table it till next meeting.
I think it's a good idea to
You know,
sort of
so you can wrap yourself, you missed some of the meetings that we had on it.
put it
Get a
off.
chance to wrap your head around.
Yeah, I want to read it a little more.
This
Make
is the
a
whole
motion
thing,
that we
1 through
postpone.
7, right?
for the next meeting.
You made that motion that we postpone that?
Postpone that item.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? No abstentions? The motion passes. Then we will review conditional use application and possible vote for approval for the next meeting, which is going to be, I gotta get a calendar. Well, I have to get organized now.
Yeah,
Jeez.
if you get in the habit of sitting down here, there's one here.
What's the date?
April
April 9th is the next meeting.
April,
Yeah, I knew it was short time after this because the meeting was put
April
off.
10th.
Monday. 9th.
Yeah, that's what I said, the 9th.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's on
You
tape.
didn't hear me correctly?
so
That's right, re-roll that.
That one, yeah.
we've done everything else, and then we've got number 9, member comments.
I have a report.
Okay,
Last week it was brought up to our attention that there's information was needed about an old subdivision.
Oh, yes, the Glendon
Yes.
Nason.
Correct. What I did is I went down to the Carroll County Register of Deeds and made sure that the information we were given is correct. And it is correct. There is no record of a subdivision for that property.
wow.
So they would have to apply fresh.
Whatever the board feels that, you know. would be-
I would think if the board, if George can dig up that this portion of it was done, it seems to me that it would be a simple case of, that's a large plot up there that they took off a large chunk and had it all taken care of with the exception of somebody didn't go and register it. So as long as I think if this board can prove that in the past the planning board did their job, then
How are we gonna do that?
And if not,
I don't know, Craig Evans and the archivist.
We've already done that.
Oh, you did?
What'd you come up with?
Nothing. The only thing that we
Oh,
came up
boy.
with was the information that alluded to something may have or may have not have taken place.
There has been a sale on that property, has there not?
I don't have the information on that, but again, I would suggest that for the minutes, you find the
Those
copy
letters in the minutes.
the evidence that it provide, that we've actually found, not in the archives, but to tax information. You'll find it in the last minutes.
It's on page-
Well, anyway, this board has to take the position, of following everything by the book, which means whatever happened up there or didn't happen up there, if we have no records, we can't
Start
consider
over.
anything, they have to start over.
Yeah.
We can't make dispensations for people because it's just not
No, a
acceptable.
record's a
Lack of
record.
forethought on your part does not-
If there's a record, there's a record.
It's on our part.
If there's no record,
There's no record, exactly, so this board will, if the
We
ball's
can't have
really in their
no
court,
record.
really.
Yeah.
And we're not responsible for anybody's legal plights or actions or anything, we just are the planning board, so.
So what does that mean exactly? So there was no subdivision, so there's one large lot. But because we want to get taxes paid, we actually are taxing as two lots to two different people?
I don't know that for sure. It might require town attorney's advice, I mean, we don't know,
But,
there are legal implications.
Feeding frenzy for the attorneys.
but I mean, at the end of the day, from the planning board perspective, ignoring taxes for the moment and how the taxes are getting paid, there's one large lot.
One large lot.
Right, it would appear so.
And
Is there
there's
an owner of record?
presumably one of the two lots that doesn't exist was the parent lot, right? And whoever the owner of that record of that is probably, according to us, the owner of the whole, responsible for the whole thing. I don't want to say owner, let's just say responsible for it. If they wanted to, the person that owns the child lot does not have good title to it probably.
It would have seemed so,
And so,
but we're not the legislative body that determines that, right?
no, but from our perspective, there is, I think, only one, the subdivision has not occurred.
Right.
If they want to make that subdivision occur and get everything straightened out, they would need to come to us with a minor subdivision application, I would think.
And hope that
Right.
they pay for.
And go through the process.
And that's an easy one, really, as far as the board's concerned. It's
I would
one-
think they would start it as, and go after our new woodlot zoning, which makes it very simple.
Well, we could explain that to them, I mean,
Because it's landlocked, it's way up on the top of the mountain, and
well,
there's not gonna be a housing
should stand with no
development.
position. What should stand with no position,
we have no position.
exactly.
If they come before us looking for subdivision, we act
No
accordingly.
suggestions otherwise.
You had your hand up.
One owner, one lot,
Yeah, we should make no
according
suggestions
to the
otherwise.
records.
Ed?
No suggestions as a board otherwise.
Well, I'm trying to understand, are we supposed to respond to this letter?
We're not council.
What I did was, can you tell me the lawyer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
All right, where's the letter?
Okay, it's on page 8 and 9 of the last minutes.
Okay,
This is,
I didn't read that far.
these are dated letters,
Oh, I read the letter, yeah.
okay? This is not from the lawyer. Pages 5 and 6 include the correspondence by email between myself and the lawyer, which is Charles B. Moser. So there's a history of the correspondence. What is not included on here is that I have contacted Mr. Moser by mail since this, by phone since this. I left a message, and I told him, and I also believe by email since this, that I have some information that he may be interested in for the sake of disclosure, that may assist him one way or the other, and that is these two letters, which are also included on page 8 and 9. And these are the dated material. And like I said, there is some suggestion that there may have been something about a subdivision. However, there is a reference that if such a subdivision was presented to the Registry of Deeds, it was illegal. And that's on page 9.
Yeah. No, and there's nothing at the registry of deeds, so nothing has been presented.
No, I believe it was called this missing plan is titled Plan of Land of Glendon Mason. That plan can't be found anymore.
I just think this is a non-entity, and
But there was
there's
no
nothing,
approval with the plan.
excuse me, Rob.
So Eddie had mentioned woodlots, and it specifically says allow subdivision of lots on a class 6 road. Is there a class 6 road up there going to this child lot? Right, so I don't think that that even applies unless they put in a class 6 road.
Well,
I'm not sure how they're, I just don't, I'm not sure that I see a pathway for them to actually do a subdivision up there, even with our updated zoning.
well,
which
I
addresses
guess that
woodlots.
might be a glitch in that, but the reason for doing the wood lot was not just for a class 6 road, but anything below a class 5 road.
Yeah, well, it says newly created lots must have at least 250 feet of frontage on a class 6 road. If a backlot is created as a result of a subdivision, there must be an additional 50 feet of road frontage to create a 50-foot wide right-of-way access to that lot.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it says specifically it's class 6.
To the access from Middleton?
I don't think, I don't know if the old homestead up there goes that far beyond it.
Wouldn't that be incumbent on the people that are applying to show that they conform to our regulations?
They
The
would have-
sad
they would
part
have
of it
to
is I think the Glendon Nason family has been paying taxes on that land since then.
As a separate entity, that lot?
If there was any other access to the road, it should have been on the plat submitted to the board.
Well, the
And
data
as
comes
far as
with
our
All
current
right, let's do it
regulation,
one at a
our
time.
regulation there.
Let's do it one at a time. So, just so we don't have 8 people talking. All right, let me see how I see. I see, okay, they've been paying taxes. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but say, let me finish first. They've been paying taxes on 2 lots. Nobody knows how or why they became 2 lots, except it's claimed that they were subdivided. This was back in the day when subdivision was done on a napkin. So consequently, we've taxed the people, and I don't know if that's a form of admission that we accept the fact that there's 2 lots up there. I think this is a question, unfortunately, that needs to go before the town attorney.
Interesting.
Has it gone before there before? Ed?
I think our position should simply be respond to the attorney's request, and then the ball is in their court. He just asked us for information or
Okay.
information showing that there has been an approval. So the answer to the attorney is no, but I have these 2 documents. Hope this helps you in your findings, and then let it go from there, because they will fight it out on their time and their money.
Right. And if I add, those things were done. However, the attorney has not contacted me since then when I let him know that I had 2 documents. I didn't let him know what the documents were, but I let him know that we're in possession of some documents that he may be interested in. However, he may have also located those on the internet because we're now posting
Okay.
this on the town website.
All right. Can I ask you to do me a favor?
Yes.
My father's not around anymore, but he's Mr. Chickaroni. I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Gary?
Yeah, I thought you said Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry.
I don't care. That, you can do it that way. So we've done all that, and we've responded. So our position now is absolutely no activity needs to be further conducted by this board until something else comes our way on the issue, right? Anybody see it differently than that?
I agree.
Let's leave it alone. I'll probably have all this stuff in my head, won't have to pay attention to it, just give me a little time. You know, when you're not the chairman, you have to pay attention to some things.
I don't know what you're talking about. It never happened.
I never heard anything.
All right, well, I don't
Anything like that.
think there's any other business, unless somebody else has anything they want to bring up here.
Welcome, Gary Chickaroni as the new chairman.
Welcome, Rick, as the vice chairman.
Wonderful. Hope you guys can get along.
How do you care?
Announcement.
Are there any announcements? We were supposed to do that before, that was number 3, but we can do it number 11.
That's what's just.
Wednesday, 8:30 is the Carroll County Commissioners meetings.
8:30 where?
At the 95 Water Village Road, Nassau,
PM?
AM.
How long will they run?
The last meeting was 4 hours long. Sometimes they're 2, sometimes.
I have a real problem with that stuff during the day. I'm under the gun to finish a
Is
project.
that 8:30 at night or AM?
8:30 AM.
Oh, crap.
You can watch it on my website.
Okay,
if you like.
that works really
Live?
well.
No, what's that?
We can watch it live?
No, you can't watch it.
Well, I thank you all, and I will do the best job that I can, and we'll see where we go from here.
So we adjourned?
We are now adjourned.